the first to know. Nsem-Pii TV.
Attorney General and the Minister for Justice, Godfred Yeboah Dame, Edikata Tintin Ababeto Bontin, say your fan coma. The Speaker of Parliament, Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin. In relation to Nura, Nyoma Ekoso, Ewa Mrashebejum. And Mrashebejum na and Nyoma Ninyai. Ninyina Speaker Alban Bagbin, so binding the yana all done with the Ewa Mrashebejum. Even the majority in Parliament, led by MP for Efutu, the Honorable Alexander Afenyomake, Majority Leader, Babontin Betutu be at the Mani Speaker. Other members of Parliament from the majority side, in fact, show more displeasure towards Subani Niya, Alban SK Bagbin, Edan Wedi. Nina the anti-LGBTQ plus bill. Che, and I say, Ghana, Mrashebejum said the President, His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, ebe assent to the bill. The President, Emma Mrashebejum, also say, as Obia, Odi buoni ni di mrano. Ghana this year nipa miensa na edi asem no akwa dan Supreme Court. Efa this bill ho. Enti yantwen na yentie di Supreme Court beka na o anamobi tu a watu. Da otwe mu eni hu secretary nso free the office of the president nipa ne nsasha se eye na Nsem-Pii bedi atu. Eno so kansen bebrebe. In fact, the minority leadership in parliament and somewhere many Ghanaians ebo anyo sa ensem a e free office no aso ye eba ya na Nsem-Pii bedi atu ensa ehase ni nyina efa the anti-LGBTQ plus bill no eho enra Mrashebejum Alban SK Bagbin enso kiremu a Ghana mampanyi na Nana Addo Akufo-Addo edi nipa ahodo ababedan Mrashebejum no for vetting and approval. So serve in various ministerial rules. Now, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo say anti-LGBTQ plus bill. Ghana should be their call the Supreme Court of the land. Urging Chiremonti. On to me enya bill no bibia dia. Enye na ono so nipa odomo ababedan Ghana Mrashebejum say ya approve omo no ntumi serve in various ministerial rules no so. NDC MP Edema Saudai Roxanne Nelson Dafiamapo enso akọ the Supreme Court of the land kwa akọji nchiremu afa those appointment no enti no parliament enso etrase approve the names of persons submitted by His Excellency the President according to provisions of the Constitution. Enye yie enti no se Nana Addo Akufo-Addo anti-LGBTQ plus bill no because of court proceedings inti ontumi asente dia sa so na omonso ntumi trance approve the various names given to serve various ministerial roles. In fact, in fact, the majority in parliament ebo anyo so kra says Speaker. In fact, he is going overboard or exercise powers ni bia ene Ghana mra ebobra enti no ekoye twuma mentwe sa di bisia no pay na eno enna the Attorney General Godfred Yeboah Dame edikate yaba bonten say yemfa konkoma the Speaker of Parliament, and in the letter has been addressed to the Right Honorable Alban SK Bagbin, Speaker of Parliament of Ghana, Accra. Was it DSA decision to halt the approval of ministerial nominees presented to Parliament in light of suit number J1/12/24 Roxanne Nelson Dafiamapo versus 1 Speaker of Parliament 2 the Attorney General. Respectfully, I am aware of a statement made by your esteemed self in Parliament on 20th March 2024, in which you communicated the inability of the House to continue to consider the nominations of His Excellency the President in view of the pendency of what you stated as an injunction motion on notice seeking to restrain the Speaker from proceeding with the vetting and approval found in the suit referred to above. And in the first paragraph, the Attorney General Godfrey Yabadami ena Oche Aban Bagbin adwenesi so say enra mrashebedwa ekwa asetran no onyantiye say the speaker Aban Bagbin eka nsem bi say mrashebedwa eko asetran na omo abobu na omo agi nipa Ghana mampanyini ayi won se ombedwo omatum amakosom in various ministerial roles no omuntumi entu sa na mo no efri say according to the speaker NDC Mps ya friend Nsem-Pii de nani akire mu wo court akwakoji injunction motion ya edi airtwi speaker enhyehyeye ne dwumadi asensen with respect to vetting and approval of some names to serve in various ministerial roles. And what was in furtherance of my role under the Article 88 of the Constitution and bearing constitutional responsibility for the conduct and defense of all civil proceedings against the state, including Parliament. I am constrained to draw your attention to some observations made from a study of the suit in question and the results of a formal search conducted at the registry of the Supreme Court today, 21st of March 2024. 1. The action filed by Mr. Roxanne Nelson Dafiamapo, Member of Parliament for South Dai, consists of a bare writ of sermons. No statement of case in support of the writ has been filed as mandated by the Supreme Court Rules 1996 CI 16. It is thus correct to say respectfully that the suit is not properly constituted. In accordance with Rule 46, subsection 3 of CI 16, such an action will be struck out where a statement of case in support of the plaintiff's writ is not filed within 14 days. In the first place, the Attorney General in Chiremode Bane say, NDC MP Rosen Nelson Dafiamapo, see to know Bagbin Jina so and right, ewo Mashebedwom say, Omuntumi embeti na omo approve another than Kokofado names and nominees I was sending here for various ministerial roles. Or not the Attorney General, when you acquire her written anymore, the other kind of say, statement of case, yeah, best support or written, a being canon. Sad yen so a yen share at the Supreme Court, a 1996 Mra ACI 16. Say, after 14 days, say, I file statement of case. Case no, it is struck out, ye chum completely. Roxanne Nelson Dafiamapo suit our the it is just writ of sermons keke and what best serve Supreme Court. Statement of case be encam. 2. The plaintiff has not filed an application for interlocutory injunction seeking to restrain the speaker from proceeding with the vetting and approval of the names of the persons submitted by His Excellency the President, or indeed any other interlocutory relief. Thus, there is nothing before the Supreme Court which may constitute a restraint or further on Parliament from proceeding with the approval of ministerial and deputy ministerial nominees presented to Parliament by the President in accordance with Articles 78 Clause 1 and 79 Clause 1 of the Constitution. And the Etosu Mienu, ya Attorney General, Speaker of Parliament, Adjunesis to say, written Roxanne Nelson Dafiamapo file a Supreme Court. Interlocutory injunction, say a day, tabo, imprint tabo, to so say, Yamma Speaker Quine, Emma vetting, and approval of names His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo edi akodan mrasebedwa se omoma kwan momoma yi adwuma in various ministerial roles no emprempren tabo bia ne hono mu a ewo sa writ of sermons no mu a edi ohye air to speaker so se chenchira nchene a vetting and approval to me nkoso bibia sa eni writ of sermons sa so na emprempren tabo ebia kra no enka writ of sermons no aside of the odibaye enu nti tabo bia ne hono mu a eda speaker so ya etwetwe na dwuma edi asen se Parliament and to me envete and approve those names presented by His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo. As according to Ghana, Mamraya ye constitution di yejuma no ne fa 78 clause 1 and 79 clause 1. Please find attached the results of a search conducted at the registry of the Supreme Court. 3. Whilst it is true that a relief stated on the writ filed on 18th March 2024 referred to above purports to be an order of interlocutory injunction restraining the Speaker of Parliament from proceeding with the vetting and approval of the names of the persons submitted by His Excellency the President to Parliament, it goes without saying the same is not an application for interlocutory injunction. Every application for interlocutory relief in any of the Supreme Courts as is tried must be by a motion specifically filed and praying for the desired relief. The mere statement on a writ of sermons of a prayer for interlocutory relief is inconsequential and of no effect. It does not constitute a pending motion for such a relief, and no one is required to take notice of say. 4. In any event, it is pertinent to indicate that the substance of Mr. Dafiamapo's suit is a challenge on the power of the President to relieve ministers serving in his government of their portfolios and reassign them to different ministries. It has no bearing on the approval of persons newly nominated by the President as ministers and deputy ministers and duly presented to Parliament for approval in accordance with Articles 78 Clause 1 and 79 Clause 1 of the Constitution. Enti Attorney General and I was saying Chirimu Beyonce and someone Mr. Russell Nelson the Fema de Kodan Supreme Court. The air say kasa edi afa tumi ya ekura mampanyini se obeje ministers are omo adwuma bi tumi was a ministry ho dey free wonsa na wa mo adwuma foforo na emom no enye newly elected ministers any deputy ministers ya omo ba for vetting and approval ho asem na written no ka. 5. In light of the foregoing, Parliament, in my respectful view, has no inhibition in proceeding with the approval processes for the ministerial and deputy ministerial nominees. There is no risk of a prejudice to the authority of the Supreme Court in determining the substance and essence of the suit filed by Mr. Russell Nelson Etsa Dafiamapo, should Parliament continue the approval processes for the nominees. I respectfully bring the matters set out above to your attention and advise that Parliament is not inhibited from proceeding with the approval processes for the ministerial and deputy ministerial nominees duly presented by the President in accordance with Article 78, Clause 1 and 79, Clause 1 of the Constitution. I take this opportunity to renew to you, Right Honorable, the assurances of my highest consideration. Yours faithfully, signed, Godfred Yeboah Dami, the Attorney General and Minister for Justice.
DFA. Ena oye yense. Enti Honorable Obiamo asema wakan ye no. De odi twa to no kura na ebubume. Se Nsem-Pii ya Mps no bi kodi ye no.
Yeah.
Eno ho aba ne yen
na ene omamu nyina itwa.
Na saafo no nso no nyame betua mo kapa dabi. Mps no mkoto abama abangba me ye mfra MPP mkoto abama abangba me no. Nyame betua mo ka dabi. Na obukọ election bi ewa MPP mu. No bi koto scatter blouse na omo bo mo tisu a. Na nka me ye nyame ma pa grade esi na pampem no awu no ho a. Because how come say MPP for bokọ akoto abama. Na ko parliament. Na the MPP ni aba so me speakers me nto abama no. Me de me nto me kwa akoto scatter blouse. Na we de kwa akoto abama NDC ni. And ye nyina ye ho kire. But my question person bisa ne say Honorable Obiamo won ye acting minister
local government, yeah.
And you say Bagbin say why no krokokoti ho a your pen wo yi o me approve me and you me for budget bi anko mo mfanya adwuma na
budget no say
budget dey approve
mampani wo ho kwan say opo appoint you be in an acting position na oye adwuma no enti omo a say Greater Accra Regional Minister sisi ayi na ye Henry Court egusu ye acting Greater Accra Regional Minister enti onu so betimi aya to say but maybe a Ira Bagbin wanya de ne say hwe say ne sitie asenso boache kojo opon kroma Amin Adam ene omo record num omo ye ministers ena mampani say ware assign omo mo say
eno okọ
mampani krata ni mo no mampani can say we relieve of their positions with immediate effect eti no kire say we terminate your appointment and sana or sorry nominate you for different portfolios and your mom vetting and I see you yate mo dey asem na court na mo wie Matthew James Akosa Fatima to Abubakar any omo e ka ho nyina no omo asem we court enti omo come vetting awie aye bibia awie enti speaker no a endro abetena ho wa ho se ayi na o se pompo e be pai na o be kasa kasa ya awie ya wasori bumu a okọ you see parliamentary proceedings no one na also your apostle of parliamentary procedure one na wo chere parliament na o si mo bia obitimi kasa parliament kura witimi etiatia no enti wonnimu say speaker o make statement wi a so makwan na minority leader kasa na o wi a majority leader so akasa enne wetimi a gen parliament sinida wa bra wa ma obi ankasa wa for parliament no say wagya pade
say na you can chere mu ntaka ka chere say honya na himfi no
in fact very unfortunate very very unfortunate now no man panicra te bayi ye de tena ha e me ye biebie mu ba bia ye force tosin ye kan na ade speaker of parliament Bagbin ye no wo ye we wi na so man panini ayi ba omiantu kwan nyaw na ye acting president wo Bagbin out wi
na omumra na
Akufo-Addo ene ba omiantu kwan nyaw na omunyaw acting president wo Ghana ha
na kwakopam won egu Jubilee House wo nyina ye ndisi fo akogo
ebe obi a watimi appeal wa no a waka say wo betimi atu mampani ntimi ntu so mampani bon ho musuo na o se ochra me ko UN meeting ba omian so ko ECOWAS meeting ye je o man na to Bagbin me acting president a e beba no wa ye ku
abaka ko pam Jubilee House fo nyina de ndisi fo akogo
beba no wa ye ku no afọ man no nomum na o hwe man so e die nko na papa no wodie that's the na you speaker of parliament Bagbin oje
oni speaker fun pa o ma we
yes in the o wa kwantumu na asem na beto na wa frɛ mo fa asem no twɛn me me person betena so
ai
na parliament akwa asesena speaker mai nti omo tete wo sa na omo pon ani ho
na ma yede da no
omo pon no ko fie na ma se aba na ma pon no ko fie yes andro si fi play mu ne ho na odi si play ma wan kokra akofo na hinche na nhyɛ akofo na toba na money niema and one so hwi yorba parliament ho oba wa huhunu sei betena ho keka bi kyerɛ mampani saa wie ya o se parliament no ma pon mu ko fie as a crash headmaster bi a okaso bi nka bi
na me headmaster 7 January 2025 no atam parliament da kwesi ni kromo ni ho no
na doli
kali ho no na japade am se hunu be no
abrante bi bodwin bi nahu cause amo nahu Dr. Po any JQ was say
JQ na ye producer
JQ the producer no
okay
Dr. Pooh was it na who calls na who telephone fa lady no na say kwan no baby adru no o kasa no anye very very careful la
o be kontamon
wan hwa asembit me asi it be me restraining me ho pa dia ba nyina yefidi before a parliament tenase amasa antokwa ni kosie yeah speaker of parliament see to abayi nu say by consensus no de man no say die yin ekosi ye no nefie free titi ya ho titi edi pa be kwante ade pa na ko twa mansa eso da ya ma ado yi ama wo because we be kwai